Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got
Kyle McIntyre.
McIntyre. In the
Sorry, I
flesh.
did the freaking Star Wars Gungan
Wipe out.
intro. The worst fucking characters in the series.
Yeah. Until you get to the newest ones, and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, and then they're all bad.
They all
Yeah.
suck. Anyways,
Yeah. Can we go back to where we could like just have one set of like species that were all bad
yeah.
instead of everyone being bad and the stories suck?
Just Jar Jar Binks. Everybody hates that character.
Yeah. You're like, man, episode 1 was actually pretty damn good compared to these new ones.
Yeah. Anyways, Kyle, what's new in your world? What's shaking? What's grooving? What is good?
I've bought some stuff. So went to a gun show.
I'm
this past
stimulating the
weekend.
economy, man. I'm doing my part.
Yeah, my local economy. No, I got just a little simple guy here. This is a optic. This is a Scout scope.
Mhm.
So this would I wanted to put this on my SKS. The way that SKS operates, so you can't have it like close. You can't have it too close to your eye because the rounds eject right here.
Yeah.
So you put it farther ahead, and actually they call it the eye relief. So like if you look at it close, you don't really see anything, but if it's farther away, you can see it perfectly. So, so this is called a Scout scope. So it's a little farther forward. I cannot find a mount for it though. That's the problem I'm having with finding a mount to put on the SKS. We'll get there though.
Do different guns have like? There's not like a universal mount for those things.
No.
Yeah.
Especially not like, so the SKS is like a surplus weapon that never really made it to fighting. Like they never fought. I mean, they use them, I guess, right now all over the world in various conflicts.
Yeah.
But they made so many of them, and then they just sat in crates, because I guess, they made them for like the Cold War. They're similar to an AK, but they look more like a hunting rifle.
Okay.
But still semi-automatic rifle. You can adapt them to have detachable magazines, but generally there were downsides to it, but it's like a perfect fucking rifle.
Uh-huh.
It's a perfect thing. Mine's a Chinese Norinco SKS I got for real cheap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to put a scope on it. So what's cool about a Scout scope is like you basically keep both your eyes open and you can still see around, and you can like acquire targets really fast and still have this. This is powered up to 7, so it's 2 to 7. So it goes from basically, it's twice as big to 7 times as big when you zoom in.
Okay.
So it's powered, which is cool. And not when I say powered, I mean it's the optic has zoom, kind of like binoculars. You can zoom in a little bit and stuff. That's cool. I got that for a good price at the gun show.
I asked you about the mounting or whatever, because there's certain things, even just with like photography and different like stands and different things that I'm learning of like, you need to have like there's different threads and there's different shit. I'm like, I don't fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it, more crap you gotta learn. I'm like, can't just everything just Lego together.
Well, that's what's great about ARs is they use Picatinny rails. They use M-lock, which is like a hole that you can lock in. You put something, you slide it in horizontally, and then you turn it 90 degrees, and it locks in place. And it, the way that it's set, so that's called M-lock. The thread pitch is usually on American or NATO style rifles. They're all the same.
Yeah.
Certain sizes are the same, but when you get into like these Soviet or USSR or whatever, these types of rifles, they don't have like a standard anything.
Yeah.
Like nothing is standard.
So I mean, it's not too bad with the photo shit. I was thinking, because I was just looking at my mount that I have for my Sony camera here that I use for the webcam. It wasn't too bad, but it's just to really explain what I wanted to do to somebody at a photo shop or whatever. I sounded stupid. We're like, I want to put this, and it's like, calm down, son. And I'm like, I need to do
we'll
this.
take care of you, son.
And I'm like, I literally brought all the pieces. I need this thing to hook onto this with this bracket. Because for my...
I need a VGA to HDMI. You know, you're
I have no idea even how to explain
son,
it.
you're screwed.
It's like, I have Manfrotto is the brand. And so I have like...
What a dumbass name.
Yeah, now I know. Why isn't it Manfrotto? So for my cameras, both of them have these Manfrotto. And so you just... click, click, click. I'm like, I want every stand that I have to have the same mount. So, just clicking in, and then I have it for, my webcam here. I have it for my Gorilla Pod thing, Joby Pod, whatever the hell thing.
Yeah.
One that looks like a sex toy, that you say.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So, my cameras can just click, 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 go on there. Anyways, but just finding the different mounts or whatever the hell I can hook up to it. I'm like, okay, it took me a minute to figure that out. And then also, so I have these, my tripods. I want them to be a little bit taller, even if I got like an extra, 6 inches. I'd be all right.
Yeah.
But if I can get, hell yeah, that's a little too much. To say,
whoa, dude, that's a lot.
Oh, that's like, is that even gonna fit? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Never mind.
I guess what you're. Here's a demo.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a little mini AK.
Yeah.
There's like and it's shiny, but there's nothing to mount on top of it. And this is the similar situation with the SKS.
Yeah.
Is like this scope would be mounted right here on it. And because this piece is like really jiggly.
Yeah.
If you put a scope there, you'll be off. Like it has to be zero. It has to be on something that's like rock solid. So you usually mount it onto something like right here.
Mm-hmm.
Can't mount it here. Yeah, it's silly. It's the same situation with the AK. Is like you have to replace the old stamp parts and actually modify it so that you can make it usable.
Yeah. But anyways, I was just saying, you're learning the different things with guns and mounting and all that crap like that. And then you're like, oh, this is like, oh, it's a chore, but it's also kind of fun.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I might have to change, divert course here, and maybe I'll just find something else. But this is a scout scope. I'll put it on something else maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But I did get another optic that was on sale online. Actually, this one's on a gun. So let's see if I can. So this guy right here, got this. It is called an LPVO, which is a low power variable optic. I
like how we're almost 10 minutes in. We're a guitar gear podcast, and we so far have talked about cameras and guns. We will get to gear later. I guess we have guitars in the background. How about that?
Yeah,
you like that?
It's a SIG optic. I wanted this color, so I paid a little more extra for it. But anyways, I'm stoked on it. I want to go shoot it and get it zeroed in. This one is powered 1 to 6.
Yeah.
So similar.
There you go.
But it's meant for fast acquiring targets also.
Oh yeah.
So has an illuminated reticle. So you have a battery in there. Has a little bit of a where you want, has a little carrot where you want it to be lit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
getting after it.
Yeah, and then the other day I decided to break out the soldering iron and try and fix something that you sent me with.
Yes. So something that I broke. I was like,
you
were like, hey, let me take it and let's see if I can fix it or whatever.
Yeah.
So I broke, I think it was last year maybe or earlier this year. So DS, guitar engineering, the chronograph.
Look at this chronograph.
Yeah, the chronograph. So it's essentially like either like a clock on your pedal board, or like you can have it set to like a timer, or like a countdown.
Count up, count down.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a really cool device. Daniel Shields, I don't think he's doing it anymore, but he's a cool guy. Shout out to him. Shout out to you. Very cool. I had two of them, and I broke and fried one of them because I had 4 pedals on a pedal board, and I mixed up cables for 4 pedals.
Yeah.
Just 4 pedals. I'm like, how did I fuck this up so royally? So I added a new compressor to my board, and it was and it is the, what the hell is it? The Cali 76 bass compressor. Awesome. Primo. But you can run it at 18 volts for more headroom, betterness, more power, more better. So I'm like, okay, of course I'm going to do that, right? Because
why wouldn't you?
it has it there. So
it's begging you for it.
More is more better.
Give me more, baby.
Tell me more. And I'm like, another one. You can't just move on with the story. Feed me, Seymour, is what the pedal is saying. Feed me more voltage. So I'm like, oh,
feed me Seymour.
Oh, Seymour. So I'm like, okay, of course I'm gonna put this pedal to 18 volts, and I was like, I'm gonna unplug this one because I'm sure as shit that it's the compressor. And I plug into the 18 volts, and I'm like, it's like the whole pedal board shutting, like there's like a safety thing that I just was like, what the hell's going on here? It's like the power supply for the CS6, so the True Tone pedal, it has like this shut off thing that I was ignoring. And I was like, what the fuck? Unplug that back in. It's like, no, it's not working. It's like, I'm like, stop what you're doing, please.
Like,
and I'm like, okay, let's try this one more fucking time. I bet this power supply sucks dick. I'm like, no, it's actually trying to save your pedal.
Good thing you weren't running the fucking baler or something at work.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, shut off. No, keep running it with your hand jammed in it.
Going.
Why is this guy screaming?
Anyway, so I just... Yeah, I had 3 chances and I fried that damn chronograph. I'm like, Brian, you dumb fuck. So yeah, that was on me. I destroyed it. I could smell that it was like burnt. I'm like, oh, there's that's sounds like some burnt electronics. And so I told you about it. And you're like, hey, save it for me. I'll take a look at it.
So I popped it open and I saw a crispy two parts that were kind of spicy. Yeah. So right off of the power, he had a resistor, and the resistor had popped off the board. I'm like, oh, perfect. Easy fix. Put the thing right back in there, solder it. Beautiful. And I don't know what it did, but there was another component that looked a little crispy.
Yeah.
Little charred. And I could see some spots had missing solder. I'm like, man, that got hot. So I went over and added more solder to it. Beautiful. Plugged it in, and it worked.
Yeah.
And so the first time I plugged it in, the screen was bright, was fine, and then it went dim. I'm like, something's not right. But the functionality, it was working.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, beautiful. Set the time. It could, go through it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I bet I can make this better. Let me just go back in there, throw some more solder over it, and see if it's just not getting enough voltage through whatever that component was.
I can make this stronger, better, faster, smarter.
Yeah, we have the technology.
$6 million pedal.
Enhance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, no. So I... flowed more solder over it, added a little more. Didn't really do anything to it. Yeah. And then I'm like, well, maybe it's not making full contact. So I took a little screwdriver and just wiggled around the components around it to make sure. I'm like, okay, everything's all solid. And I went to the thing that was a little crispy, and I was just wiggling. I'm like, oh, it moves a little bit. Okay, it moves a little bit. And then I got to one side, and then the thing just exploded. Like enough leverage just sent the component into like dust.
And it's my time.
Yeah, just like, and it was already, like, you could tell it had a little bump on top because it had gotten so hot. Yeah. And it was its time to go. Yeah. But I'm like, fuck. I don't even know what it was. It was like 5, I don't know. And it was a surface mount part. This isn't like a Yeah, I don't know. It's not really listed.
Yeah, it's the 1-2 Tone Jerks punch.
Yeah, so I fucked it up.
I laid him out.
I had it working.
I laid him out, laid him down, and then Kyle, you brought him to God.
Why I yada? Yeah, just like laid him out.
Time to meet your maker.
Anyways, so it might still be able to be fixed if we knew what that component was. Mm-hmm. So, but we don't.
Yeah, maybe.
So
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm friends with Daniel on Facebook. I wonder how he would be like, hey, remember this thing that you used to make and you're like, you've moved on with your life? Can I bother you to tell me how to fix it?
Yeah, I mean, I'll solder it on.
Mm-hmm.
I'll figure it out. Even though it's like a surface mount component, I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I appreciate the effort.
Look at this chronograph.
It's a very cool pedal. I definitely like, I don't have room for it on my baseboard now, but I'm, I don't know. I can try and shift things around. I don't know. At the moment, yeah, I just have the Shure Wireless, the Cali 76, and the Dark Glass, and that's all right.
Let's see if they're on. Nope, nothing on. Nothing on reverb.
No, and then there was some guitar guy that people were like, oh, this guy's awesome. Ariel Posian.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. These people love him. People think he's pretty cool. He talked about it on like a Rig Rundown or something. I don't know if he's a praise and worship guy, country guy, some shit.
Yeah.
He posted it, and then they went rocketed in value on reverb.
Damn. Well, I saw someone post on Pedal Boards of Doom. They had like 2 of them.
I had 2 of them.
Oh, okay. That's
so
cool. But you never posted about it. He posted like he had them on his board or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's cool. Recently.
Yeah. Probably just
like, oh, I want to fuck one of those up. He's looking at me wrong.
I'm gonna fuck you up, dude.
I'm gonna fuck you up. Yeah. So. Yeah, busted out the old soldering iron and fucked up a circuit. I love it, dude. I love winning.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's good to, give it a shot. It was already dead, and then you brought it to life and killed it. So
I was really stoked. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I identified the problem, and I fixed it. And then
you had to keep digging.
You know, Kyle? Well, it probably would have died on stage or something.
Yeah.
So
it's not passing signal, but it's on there. I'm like, the show's over. I'm playing. I'm like, oh no!
I just stop playing.
I just completely. Like to know and what time it is, and to stay on target. With the set.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times it's not that tight. You play shows where it's like, okay, your fucking set was done 4 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But I guess also, it's not that, it's cool. I liked it. And I do like it. I just haven't had it on my board for a little while. But yeah, there are those shows where they're like fucking on it and be like, you fucking are done right at 10:30.
Yeah.
We're yanking.
All right, I'm dragging your shit off the stage.
They have 2 security guards tackle us.
Yeah, both of them are like Jason Statham's.
It's like,
all right, you fucker.
There's 2 of them. So, all right, you get the fat one. Which one?
They both bump into each other trying to go.
You get the fat one with the glasses. Which one? Shit.
Shit. Fat one with the shitty beard. Oh, shit.
Well,
that bit's over.
There you go. I know.
Anyways, that's kind of my what's new. What do you got?
I guess I did play a show. We'll get to that in a moment. But I'm like,
Oh.
I've been working on my ADC. I think that's going to be what I'm working on this year. So I'm like,
all year?
I don't know. I mean,
Hurry up. God damn.
Little bits and bobs here and there,
Bits and bobs.
Yeah. Oi, in it?
It's got me bits and bobbies.
Oi, me bollocks. Isn't that like balls or something?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, and then
Go get your bollocks and twist. I thought it was underwear, but yeah,
bollocks.
It is your nuts, I guess.
Oh, and then we just said it. So
it me bollocks
instead of balls or nuts, which I mean it sounds stupid as hell. Bullocks, because to me I'm like they say bullocks. I'm like we say nuts and balls. That sounds dumb too.
Yeah.
Anyways, so shout out to him. Yeah, I've been working on my EDC, and so my everyday carry. Not that I need to like get into buying shit, which I'm like, oh, I should. Hey Brian, why don't you save and put away money? Shut up.
Shut up, other Brian.
Yeah, I got a watch. Check this out.
Oh shit,
I'm a watch guy now.
Wow,
well, that's pretty cool. It's classic, man. Looking sharp, wearing a watch. Nobody's mentioned anything. I've been waiting for somebody to say, "Oh, you're wearing a watch."
Oh
I'm like,
shit! Look at that chronograph.
Oh, this old thing. And I was just about to say, I'm like, oh yeah, I wear a watch, so I'm on stage, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can see the time on here. I'm like, not that the chronograph isn't cool, but I'm like, oh, because the idea was always like, I don't want to pull out my phone during the set, or sometimes I put my phone in my backpack or whatever because I don't want it falling out, because I'm doing my fucking rock moves.
Oh yeah, dude. You don't want to get in, come in contact also with you don't have to beep or have the interference too, your phone.
Yeah.
Your watch isn't going to do that.
Yeah, the in-ear monitors and shit like that. Whereas like a watch, I'm like, oh, it's cool. So I'm like, oh, well, this is nice. It was like a little $30 watch, $30 John there. And then I got a pen. So I got a brass space pen. That's pretty sick, huh? And I'm like, all right, I didn't need that, but I think it's cool. So, and it's brass, so it's gonna patina and get the Bgow stank on it. And then I got a fucking comb, foldable comb, keep in my pocket. I'm like, man, dude, I'm fucking killing it. All this dumb shit, and this is probably one of the dumbest things, but I think could be kind of cool. It's when I use it, it's gonna be like, Brian, you did it, you son of a bitch. You can see my little Ridge wallet here. Kyle got me gifted. My good old buddy, my good old pal, Kyle, got me a Ridge wallet, slim wallet. And what's in here, viewers, watchers of the YouTubes here, it doesn't look any different except in the cash clip, I have a little notepad. So I think that's so cool. So in case I need paper or to
write someone up at work,
write something down.
Sir.
Maybe you need to write somebody a note or whatever. Maybe you need to write something down. You don't have a phone. And I'm like, man, I always have it on my wallet. Well, is any of this necessary? I don't know why this year I got into the idea of having, everyday carry and stuff like that. It could be because I'm, running away from problems that I need to solve. But hey, I got this. I'm like, man, and the next thing I'm going to do is probably get a backpack and then have all that stuff in there and carry my Switch with me every day because I need to have that. And then, hey, so this is something that I've gotten into. I don't know.
Yeah.
And you're not stopping me.
Turn into a real James Bond over there.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Because I have a pen.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
I have a pen, and then I can write something down. It's like, oh, do you have anything to write something down? I actually have a piece of paper right here. Oh, by the way, it's in my fucking slim wallet. Hello. That I don't know if you know, my friend, everybody's friend of the world, Kyle McIntyre got me this wallet, and I can
tell everyone that
I can fit a notepad in there. Whoa, you got a notepad on your wallet? It's crazy, right?
Fucking nerd. Yep.
Cool stuff. Anyway, that was something I'm like, I got all that stuff, and I'm like, man, this is so fucking cool. And nobody thinks it's cool. At work, they provide you with fucking Bic pens, those plastic boxes of pens. And I'm like, oh, they're everywhere. They're coming out your ass. And then I'm like, oh no, I got a pen right here. I write with
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
My brass space pen. This is like the one from Seinfeld. You can write it upside down on that thing, but it's brass. And I'm like, oh, and I put it back in my pocket. Like,
they have this on the space station.
And then nobody has mentioned, oh, cool pen. Not a fucking single one. But oh no, I got one.
Do you want me to get you a Bic lighter that actually has like some patina on it?
No,
or do you want to get a new one?
No, I'm getting
that you put your own stank on.
I'm getting a Zippo. So,
what did I say?
You said Bic. Oh, probably because I said Bic.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. Do you want? Because some of these what's it called? Pawn shops have like really old looking Zippos.
You can get a Zippo without any engraving that's brass.
Yeah.
I'd be about it. Because that's the next thing. I want to get a backpack and then a brass Zippo. I never carry a lighter ever, but I think having one would be cool.
Yeah, because I've seen like 4 while I've been out, and I'm like, nah. Brian wanted to get a new one. That's what he was talking about, getting a new one.
Yeah, but I've also like noticed the more shit that I've been putting in my pockets. I'm like, man, my pants are just fucking falling down. So I'm carrying.
You get a fanny pack, dude. You get a fucking.
I'm like, but no, not bad. And the one thing I haven't done yet is starting to carry my tech deck around in my pocket. But I think I'm gonna start adding that to my everyday at work. But anyway, so everyday carry, my new hobby this year aside, being prepared and buying shit that I'll never use. And I'm just forcing it. I love that. I'm like, oh, and then I'll like comb my hair at work. I'll pull out my fucking. Okay, getting my fucking hair combed.
You need your backpack going.
Yeah. Well, then nobody mentioned like, oh, you have a comb in your pocket? Not a damn. Like, fuck. I want somebody to notice. Like, cool pen. Oh, this whole thing. But I played a gig. I guess it was a week or so ago. We've had
nice.
a little bit of trouble recording. I've had some things going on. Kyle's had some things going on. So it's been, sorry, dear listener. We missed a week for sure. But, I played a gig at the Poorhouse.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
It was great. I was expecting it to be a real turd in the punch bowl kind of situation, where it sucks. And it was actually great. So we got there and we got pushed to open. We were supposed to be second, kind of more towards the middle.
Yeah.
Which is always the best spot, right? But we were pushed to open, which I'm like, ugh. I guess the guys were talking about it too. It's like almost like we got bullied to open because we didn't want a backline.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to use another band's drum set. Brian didn't want to let other bands use his drum set, and then we didn't want to use bass cab and guitar cab because literally we can't. Like Adam and I have to bring our amps because we have combos. He has a 112 combo. I got my little bass combo, and I'm like, we have to bring them, even if we're gonna be like, hey, use our extension cab. I'm like, I still have to bring the damn thing, so. Doesn't matter, like we're not saving time because we have to set up anyways. So I'm like, okay, well, and even like, Brian, like, oh, let somebody use your drums. Like, no, I'm not letting just random bozos bang on the tom-toms, because it sucks because it's like
bozo. It's been like something that has come out recently. People have been calling each other bozos.
I like it.
It's you use it, but I've heard it also other places. I'm like, God damn it! Follow me here. What? Call them jabronis. That was good when I was coming back.
I like how people call them bozos. There's one thing that I haven't started using yet, but I like I've been hearing it on podcasts. It's like, but as a joke, it's like, oh, a broads for chicks. Oh, you looking for some broads? I'm like, I don't know if I can pull that one off.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe wait on that one.
Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, it makes me it gets me laughing. So, but people beat the fucking shit out of drums. They're like, oh yeah, no, I know it's Brian's drums. Brian's a cool guy. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah,
it's like God. And Brian just like every hit there, he's like, oh,
like he's being stabbed. Yeah.
Yeah. So he doesn't want to do that. So, I mean, fuck. When I had
it's like, oh yeah, play my bass before I play. And sweat all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Just do that.
Yeah.
That sounds great, actually.
Please, yeah.
And can you spit all over where my hands are going to go?
Can you spit all over my mic, please?
Can you, like, not wear boxers, too, so it grinds up against your junk the whole time? Can you do that? Thanks. Like, I really appreciate that.
Dick sweat all over my fucking bass, please?
Yeah, your ball sweat. Yeah.
your bullocks.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, even when I had my kit that I had, it wasn't like expensive or anything. I actually got it for very cheap. But I was like, oh, I volunteered to leave it at our practice space that we shared with Tolly. Drummers would just come in there and just treat it like it was a practice studio kit. They would fuck that thing up. I'm like, bro, they're beating. How is there dents in the fucking rim? Oh no, that wasn't him. I'm like, literally wasn't Brian. Because I see the way Brian plays, he has a light touch, and he's an adult. He's not trying to like kill his drums. Anyways, but that was the big thing. We didn't want to like let people use Brian's kit, and we didn't want to use other people's backline because we can't use their backline. So pushed us to the open. I'm like, that's fine, whatever. We got to the point where it's like, we're here, let's just fucking go. And it was awesome. We crushed. Nice. There was a big crowd there. There's a lot of people. It's like just like a spot people hang out. It's gotta be like a spot in North County. Like local people. Yeah. It's like, oh, I want to see a rock show. There's a rock show going on tonight.
Local alcoholics here.
Yeah.
In the neighborhood. And they're drawn in like cats.
And then the guys are still not drinking. So who got all the drink tickets? Me.
Oh, they're still. Oh God. Wait. So they did. I thought they were still for January.
No, they're keeping it rolling. So,
all right. I mean, who are they trying to? Well, they're not impressing me. So
you don't impress me much.
Oh.
But I'm like, okay, cool. No, I think Brian used his for non-alcoholics. So, I had 4 drink tickets, and
you had to get the taste.
Yeah,
you had to get the flavor.
Some of those are actually pretty good, but I'm like, you drink them and you're like, oh, this just tastes like an IPA. This is pretty good. And no alcohol in it. God.
You smash, the bartender gives it to you just for you to taste it, and then you just smash
them up.
Oh, I'd like to try that. Okay, here's a sample.
No alcohol.
There's no alcohol in this. I thought you understood the fucking.
You knew what you ordered, you dumbass. It wasn't a trick.
God damn.
But they had the Ashland seltzers there. I'm like, all right, these are all right.
So Ashland.
Yeah. Low carb. They're 4%, but still, that'll get you going. And then low carb. I'm still keto. So still stay on my diet plan there. And get a little turned.
Nice.
Right? But no, it was great. we fucking crushed. There was a good crowd. The in-ear monitor worked out again. So here we are.
It's so great being able to control the sound yourself.
Mm-hmm. And then
so no one's fucking up their hearing.
So we told the sound guy, and he was like, "Oh, it's like, hey, so we're gonna be running off of one monitor mix that we send to an in-ear system, and so it'll send to all 3 of us. So you don't need to change anything. Good, because tonight I only can send out one monitor mix." I'm like, "Oh, well, that worked out." So every other band just could never change their own monitors. It was everybody,
Yeah.
So for us, it works out. And anyway, so he was pretty like, this is a pretty cool thing. Hi. Oh, wow. Nice. And so it's like he could ask any one of us like what we need up or down or whatever. And then all 3 of us are like, we could, if we're doing something. And he was like, this is pretty cool. So, but the in-ear monitor and the sound guy aside, there was one thing that I noticed with, I think the way I had my body pack, I had it in my back pocket. But I had it inside the back pocket. Probably should have had it on my belt. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
So it was back and facing, clipped onto the pocket itself, but in my pocket. So instead of outside.
I see. Yeah.
So my booty was turning the volume up and down every once in a while.
Oh, shit.
So sometimes it would go super low, and I'm like, all I'm hearing or feeling is my bass and drums. I'm like, okay, I get to a part of the song where I can just like turn it up and then go back. And then in between songs, I'd go back there and turn it. Like turn it up.
Knob is that sensitive? God damn.
I guess. Or maybe my jeans are that tight or whatever.
Yeah, we knew that.
So like between every song, I'm going back and adjusting and stuff like that. And nobody in the crowd knows what, the fuck in-ears are or what the hell I'm doing. I didn't realize until like the end.
Looks like you're scratching your ass.
Oh yeah, just like I'm just picking my ass between songs.
Were you smelling it?
Typical fat guy move.
God.
Everybody's just like,
Love
he
Taco
just
Bell.
like every song he's just scratching his ass or picking his ass. And it's like, yeah, he's a fat guy. That's what they do.
Yeah,
oh, look at me, I'm just a fucking fat guy.
Yeah,
it's my voice. We did that. A fat guy was, I'm a fat guy.
oh shit, I'm a fat guy.
I can't eat another bite of my ball. But it was great. Yeah, the venue, the promoter, the bands, and everybody they were like, oh, you guys are awesome. And it's fucking, they're all like, oh, everybody's like, yeah, oh my God, Bgow, Bgow, Bgow.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, they carried me out on their shoulders.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
But no, it was fun. Sound guy was on it for sure. He was actually like actively like getting our levels right in our monitor mix and like front of house. And people, so we played with our old buddy of mine, Greg. He's in a band called Taking on Water.
Buddy of mine, where have you been?
We played shortly together in a band called American Rust back in like over 10 years ago now. And I'm like, oh, fuck, that was 10 years ago. And he was there. His wife was there. And then she's like, oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, you were so young back then. I'm like, okay, fucking. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks, man. But she's like, oh, my God, you guys are so good. And everybody, people were like coming up to, you guys are awesome. Da, da, da. And it was funny because it's like on multiple occasions, people were saying like, oh, you guys sounded so good and the level was so good. I could hear everything for you guys. So I could hear your vocals. I could actually hear what you're singing. You guys know how to sing. You guys are great. And then even Buddy's wife was like, yeah, you could hear your guys' vocals. And it's like, you guys weren't like really loud. It's like, oh, when his band plays, it's so fucking loud. I hate it.
She said that about
I'm like,
husband.
Jesus Christ. You just fucking
goddamn
crucifying him over here. And I'm like, well, because every band, when they rolled up the back line, it's like, guess what? 412s, 810, all that shit. I'm like, okay. Big ass amps. Okay, 100 watt, 150 watt amps. I'm like, cool, that's what we need. And then you got the big 500 watt bass amps. Cool, nice. Which is fun, but like for a bar, it's like, damn. So we had like just little combos that like we could have a little bit of stage volume, but mainly the sound guy did everything. So that was nice. But it was cool that the sound guy, he was like actively like really just trying to make us sound good during the set.
Yeah, it's good when they do their fucking bare minimum job.
Well, I think kind of, all the bands sounded good, but it's like there's only so much you can do when you have blaring fucking guitar amps. You really can't turn up the vocals too much, right? And also it's like you have, the monitors in front which could feed back mics, and we didn't have that. It's like turn the monitors off. We have in-ears. So he was like, okay, able to like get everything correct or whatever. And then he's also like, partial. I don't know. I'm sure he was doing his job, but he was also like, he was, boys.
I'm just doing my job, man.
Oh, he's boys with Adam. So like they used to play like played in like a band shortly together, so they know each other. But also I'm like, I think he noticed on my bass I have my Nier Automata 2B sticker. So him and I started talking about anime.
Every horn dog knows that fucking anime character.
She's great. And then so we started talking about the games, and we started talking about other RPGs and other anime and stuff like that. And then he plays bass in a band, so he's also a Dark Glass guy. So we nerded out about Dark Glass. He's like, oh, I got the same pedal, the B7K Ultra. It's like, it's the only pedal I need. That's all I have. And we're just going back and forth. So I'm like, oh, him and I, we're boys now. Instantly boys.
Yeah.
He's like, I needed to get this guy sounded good on bass, man. He's fucking likes good RPGs. So, but it was good night all around, and I went into it expecting it to be quite shitty. So, sometimes it can be, I don't know. I guess it was good because I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
we got paid, and there was a bunch of people there, and a bunch of people liked us, and it was cool that people like, you go to a show and it's like, I don't know who this person is. They're coming up to the stage and taking video of you, photos of you on their phone. Like, this is just a person who saw us play, and they're like, oh, I want to have a picture of this
They're
guy.
stoked, yeah. That's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. And of course, I just assume, I'm like, oh, yeah, she probably wants it. No.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And then it's like, no, they just enjoy your music. Yeah, no, I guess that's good too.
Yeah, Brian, people can be nice to you without wanting your tiny.
We both can't really finish the joke.
No.
But anyways, that was my what's new. So working on my EDC, so another stupid purchases. That's so I can't have money. I'm just gonna spend on dumb shit.
So we can't have nice things. Yeah. But no way, you have nice things. You just don't have money. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Duh.
Yeah, I'll worry about that when I get older and just like have no money. I'm like, I can't retire. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, you waited too long to not do anything about it.
At least I got cool EDC. At least anybody needs a note, I have a pen.
Yeah. There we go.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, so you got a topic for us, right? So it's kind of gear related, but it's
It's a little off the wall, I guess, but it's all about creating.
It's adjacent, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Jason?
My name's Adjacent.
Sounds cool guy.
Oh, sweet, dude. Fucking rad. Oh.
I always thought Jason was a cool name. I think we talked about it because of fucking Power Rangers, Red Ranger.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I wish I was a Jason.
I work with like 4 or 5 people that have J names.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, no, it's Jason. Oh, no, it's Josh. It's I'm like, God, who is it? It's like, now I know how my mom felt when she had all C and K name kids.
Yeah.
And then I married,
a Carrie.
Carrie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's a good bit. Anyways, so what's the topic? What do you got for me, Kyle?
Well, I was thinking about, and this has been thinking about for a while, a little bit, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Not super long, but want to possibly create, a YouTube channel or Instagram, right? And I want to do like historical thing here in Texas, right? My local area, and just kind of just cover, like we have a lot of, what I noticed when I'm driving, I spend a lot of time on the road.
Mm-hmm.
They fucking love their historical markers here. They're like, in 1 mile, Texas historical marker on the right. I'm like, okay. I'll look it up and I'll be like, oh, that's cool. Stagecoach line went through here, or whatever. Mm-hmm. Or just like random things like marble, or like this is where the granite from the Capitol was, for the Texas state Capitol was quarried. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, so like kind of like
those things.
Highlighting different things, maybe history, but also like kind of like areas of Texas that you see. They'd be like, oh, this would be cool to do a video, a little background on, or just showcase it. So, yeah, kind of like California Gold.
Yeah, there you go. This week on Texas Gold.
you change your voice towards
Yeah, so I wanted to see what kind of gear I guess you could get into without spending a shit ton, right? Mm-hmm. Or I have already the voiceover stuff, and I'll be really shit at editing, I'm sure, for a while, and adding,
You have DaVinci Resolve still, right?
Yeah, I have like the free version.
Yeah, which I'm like,
probably get me into trouble still,
Yeah,
enough to be dangerous.
I guess to say when I first started doing, I'm not okay. Hold on, hang on. You have a YouTube channel for the Tone Jerks. It's like 300. You got the 300 army over there. Shout out to you. Shout out.
Strong.
Yeah, which I hate. Which is I appreciate.
300 Spartans.
Yeah.
Or we call them the fartans, the 300 Spartans.
Shartans. That was your joke. I fucking.
God damn it! I should have done that.
Oh God! How can I not remember my own bits? I got fucking Carlos Mencia.
Yeah, damn.
By my own co-host.
Not how it feels.
Yeah. So, anyways, so when I first started doing the YouTube videos for the Tone Jerks, which I've fallen off of that, and I want to get back into it. I'll probably try and do it this year. Get it back into doing it. I've been lacking a little bit on the podcast videos, but I'm on it. Work's been busy. Okay.
No one's pressuring you. You just keep digging yourself a hole.
I'm a starving artist. Okay.
Yeah. I'm an asshole.
I'm an asshole. A piece of shit. Okay. I'm trying.
You ever think of that one? Huh?
You ever think that I'm bastard? That's kind of my MO here.
So I like cross your mind that I'm a fucking bastard.
I like doing it. I like being a piece of shit. So, anyways, when I first started, I used iPhone. So iPhone 11 Pro.
Yeah.
It's got look, got multiple lenses. Really only used one.
Wow. I got one. No, I got two.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. I got an old ass phone too. So
you're just gonna use your main one. And then I, used one of these little guys here. So a Rode video micro mic has the 1/8" adapter deal that can go into your phone if you had the headphone out, but I just get one of these adapters for the lightning.
Yeah.
And then
nice.
So let's say if you're vlogging or doing something like that, and then that's it. That's what I used. I did download a. You could use just the video capture on your phone. That's totally fine. But I don't know if I paid for it. It's like maybe $10 or something like that. RJ had mentioned RJ Teletalks, Filmic Pro, and that way you can get more control over your camera, like on your phone. So you can change the focus, the autofocus, the frame rate. You can change the lighting. So whether you want it white light, yellow, whatever, and then so you can match it and edit it better. And then the kind of f-stop, so like how dark it is and stuff like that, and how whatever. You can make it automatic to where it just always works, or you can change it to like something focused of how you want it. And then I used that for a good while. So that's something you can do. Just start off using your phone. Just get like a little mount. There's little like clips and stuff like that. You can just clip to your phone and then put that on a tripod or whatever. Probably. I mean, I would try doing it. Maybe
I saw it have to edit it on a phone. That sounds like a fucking bitch.
No, you just download it to your computer and then you edit. I used free software iMovie that came with my Apple computer. So if you have a free version of DaVinci Resolve, I'm sure that's comparable. So it's free. So it wasn't until I got several. I mean, I got some traction on some videos and started. I think some of the most popular ones are still from my phone, which kind of is like, God damn it. Until I got a camera, got what the hell do I use?
Filmic Night?
No, Final Cut Pro. I was gonna say Filmic Pro, so I got a camera, got lenses, got Final Cut Pro and all this other shit. I think some of the most popular videos are the ones that I did on my phone. It just worked out. So it was definitely going more heavy during the pandemic when I wasn't working. And I learned a lot just by doing it.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. You can watch videos, but when they're talking about like f-stop and fucking ISO and blah, 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 blah. So that's another thing that you can change to ISO. I don't know what it stands for. It's how bright and dark something is. So, how much light it lets in. So that's something you can also use and change with that Filmic Pro app. And a lot of it too is just fucking around with it. But so that's something you could use to get started to make videos and stuff like that. So maybe even just getting like a stand or something that you can, and a clip for your phone. Maybe for what you're doing, because you're going to be taking a lot of what they, I was about to say, what they call, you don't, it's not like you don't know, B-roll.
Yeah. Vlogging stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be get your camera. Hey guys, this is Kyle McIntyre here. You're probably going to be, maybe you do that initially, but you're probably going to be doing more like, shots of the scene and the area that you want to talk about. then you do your voiceover. You could even have like a setup, just what you have now, and just record that. Like, hey, today we're going to talk about, Dead Man's Hole.
That's it.
I'm not talking
about down to a dead man's hole.
Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. So.
I'm not talking about my bathroom. All right. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking is go around, that I just got to figure out what gear, I guess. I mean, I need a new phone anyway, so
yeah,
I guess I could start there.
Mm-hmm. That's something you're going to have, and it's not going to be like a purchase that's going to fuck you up. You're like, oh, I got a camera. Great. Now I have to fucking learn how to use this thing. And like, no, you get a new phone that you can actually, use for calling, texting, social media, all the other shit that you do, music. And then you can maybe learn some of your photo skills or videography skills with that app.
Yeah.
I think it's like $10. It's really worth it.
Yeah.
So that way you can unlock and kind of know what frame rate is. And so for the Zoom that we use here to do the podcast, I heard optimize for 30 frames per second, so I changed my camera to be 30 frames per second. Normally I shoot in 24 frames per second. So that means like we have a higher frame rate when I do this video as opposed to normal other ones that I do, not normal, And the reason I do 24 is you're like, oh, more is better. Well, I think it's more cinematic, but it's also whatever you want to do. If you want it like 60 frames, and I think some of these phones, the new ones, can do 120. It's like, okay, cool. Looks like a fucking video game, but I mean, it's whatever style you want, and it's you fucking around. I think initially I did 60 frames per second, and I'm like, it didn't get the look that I wanted to until I switched to 24, and then you learn all these different things, kind of fucking around on the phone. But you were kind of maybe interested also talking about cameras, maybe an entry level one, maybe.
So like was it Sony Z? Let's see, I'm just looking online right here, but like the Sony line that has like a flip out monitor, and it has a dead cat already attached to the top of it, so good for windy conditions, outdoor stuff.
And this mic here, you can put a dead cat on. So this video micro deal. And so the mic that's going to be on your phone or just directly from a camera without a mic is going to suck. And if you're not using it, then who fucking cares, right? If you're just using it to capture video, then that's totally fine.
And I could still have like a little bit of volume while being, out in wherever.
Yeah.
And
if it has like a mic
do
on
my voiceover over it, yeah.
I am unfamiliar with I haven't used that camera, but I heard it's great. And it's used, a lot of times for the vlogging type deal. And it has, the mounting system that Sony uses that it's not a full frame, it's a cropped sensor. That's what I have here. I'm using the 6400, and I like the 6400. I got a second one. So the one I'm filming this on, and then I got a second one. They're great. It takes a little bit to get used to the menus and stuff like that on the Sonys. From what I heard, the Canons are a lot quicker and easier to pick up on. But it's preference with everything. It's like, are you a Fender guy or a Gibson guy? Neither one of them's better, but they're just different like kind of styles. But you're gonna get kind of similar results in the end, right? And then you put a humbucker in a fucking Stratocaster, it's gonna sound close enough, right?
Yeah.
But this way, it's like, okay, like my drummer, he's does photography and he's videography in his own right, with RZ photography. So, but he's actually doing gigs, and he's getting paid for photo gigs and photo shoots and videography of different things. Some weddings, some band shoots, some corporate events, stuff like that. So he's a Canon guy. So but he gets the gist of how to use a camera. So he can use mine, and he actually taught me some things of what to do and some of the menus and shit like that on it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But he's like, oh, he's like, well, this is a little more difficult to manage or look for. It's like, oh, with the Canons, they just make it more simple. That's kind of what they want, because it's like you want to use the damn thing, right? And Canons kind of have better lenses, or like they're like the shit, but they're also
expensive,
more money, right? So kind of depends on what you want to go. I mean, I'm not, I guess I'm biased. Sony's great, so you could just go down that route. And then it has interchangeable lenses, so you can get whatever the kit lens that it has, which is probably the 16 to 50 3.5 f-stop one. Sorry, that was a lot right there. So the lower the millimeter that you see for the lens, the wider it is. So right now, what I have on this one is an 11 millimeter. So you see how my room, you've been in here, it's really tiny, right?
Yeah.
It looks really big because it's a wider shot. Whereas 50, or, so like from 11 to 50 is so much tighter, you could say. So, I don't know if we can do.
Well, I probably won't be able to see it on your.
So, look.
Jesus Christ.
So you see how that? If you can see the camera, this is a 50 millimeter on this, and it's right where my, maybe 2 inches away from where my 11 millimeter is. Look how close that is to my. Oh, Jesus, you can see my fucking crater face here. It's right at my eye. So, see how much more zoomed in that is?
Yeah.
That's just shows you how, the difference between 11 and 50. And then it goes all the way to can go to 300, all that other crazy shit. So if you're really far away and you're trying to, let's say the 200 plus millimeter or whatever, like say you're filming sports, you're not going to be right up on the guy who's, free throw into the end zone or whatever. Home run into the end zone.
Into the sand trap.
Yep.
Oh.
That's a bogey. I have no idea of sports. But that would be like that kind of thing. So, I don't know. It's fun to mess around with these things. It's also not cheap. So, one of my favorite lenses, if you're going to be doing vlogging, I don't know if you're planning on doing the whole, kind of holding the camera like, hey guys, what are you doing?
Probably.
So you can do that. And then, so you wouldn't want a 50 millimeter because that, like I said, you're going to be just getting your eyeball.
Yeah.
So this one here, if you got Sony or Canon, Sigma makes great lenses. So the 16 millimeter. So it's a little.
I'm more of a beta kind of guy, but yeah.
Yeah. Alpha betas. I'm more of a lambda kind of guy. So if you got a 16, it's a little bit tighter, but not much compared to the view that you're seeing here. So there's more shit to mess with cameras. So maybe just getting the first kit is the best, because that's what I did when I jumped into that. I got the Sony that came with the battery, came with a really shitty strap that sucks. Came with, the charger for the battery, and came with a lens, what they call a kit lens, because it's with the kit. So it's an adjustable. Yeah. So all my lenses that I have are fixed, so I can't zoom. So
okay.
It's only, the one on the camera is only 50. So I can only get that view, like that you saw of my eye. I can't zoom out. I can't zoom in. I can focus. That's it. So this ring here on the Sigma, see how it's moving around, stuff like that? That's just a focus.
Yeah.
I can't zoom in. So, I think they call it fixed or whatever the fuck it is. Anyways, but
fixed focal or something.
Mm-hmm. Whereas you get the kit lens generally is going to be 16, which is close or wide like this, to a 50. And you adjust how wide or tight you want it to be. And those are great to kind of start out so you can get multiple viewpoints, right? It's like, you want to zoom in something further away. But the quality of the, lens is not as good in those kit lenses because obviously they're including it, right? So, but it's like, hey, that's the first one you have, use it, and get used to whatever settings you on a camera that you want to adjust. Because at first I got a camera and I'm like, I think this may have been a mistake. Because I was like, I didn't know what I was doing, and then like some of the frame rates and shit like that were off, and I'm like, I just didn't know what it is. But the more and more I used it, the more I understood it. I understood my menus. I watched videos on how to save certain things that I wanted to, and I liked my camera so much that, like I said, I got a second one. So I was planning on like, oh, get a second camera for like second angle and stuff like that, and I was like, oh yeah, I should do an upgrade. Get a nice full frame one. Get like $3,000 body that like people, like, oh, Ryan Fluff Bruce uses this body on his camera. Rhett Scholl does too. Eric Marrow has one too. His all their shit looks great on their gear. And I'm like, I'm not there yet. Like we have 300 subs on YouTube, which is not bad. We appreciate them.
We got the Shartons, dude. We got the fucking
shout out. But I'm like, all right, like, you know what? But I need a second one. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, we're fighting against the Persian army of Jerxes.
Yeah. Yes.
Boom.
But I'm like, oh, just get the same fucking one. And because I'm like, I haven't hit a wall of like, this isn't a good camera anymore. I can't do what I need to do. I'm like, oh, I just need a second angle. Let's get the same fucking one. So, and I already know how to use all the menus and all the shit that I want to get out of it. And I know the lenses I have will work on that because they work on this fucking one. So perfect. Boom. Got it. So, I don't know.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Okay, yes.
When do you stop talking?
I don't know. I realized I was just talking.
I got you all excited of this one.
Yeah. We're talking about cameras now. So I apologize because I think I may have scared you away from buying cameras. But
I'm actually filling out my real estate license right now.
I was probably talking for over 10 minutes about cameras and shit like that. So.
Those who can't sell real estate. No, I'm just
but that's all to say, cameras can be a lot of fun. So maybe first start off with your phone because it's going to be like $50 for a mic.
Yeah.
You get a tripod. For what you're doing, you might want to get a gimbal, but you can find one probably for maybe under like $150 for sure. So a gimbal is something that stabilizes your camera. So if you're walking around, you're gonna do this no matter what you think you are,
Yeah.
So even with your camera phone, if you're doing this, like it's still gonna be wobbly. And it's like more editing you'd have to do. But for the shots you're trying to get, having a gimbal, it'll keep it stable.
Gimbal.
So when you move it around, it keeps it like almost like your head. I think you made that point one time. It's like, the hurdlers who are jumping over the hurdles. Looks like their head stays the same.
Yeah.
And their bodies are the ones moving. It does like that for your camera.
Nice.
So that might be something, just a mic and that's kind of, and a new phone, which you're probably going to get anyways. So.
Yeah. Need to get one bad. Bad.
But, so I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. So I think you had to just start it. Just start going. Just start doing it. Because that's the only way you're really going to learn, right? Is by doing it.
Yeah, that's the only way I can learn is by doing shit. So, put out shitty, and I'll put my own music into it,
Mm-hmm.
So.
And the voiceover part, like you said, it's like, oh, you already have the good equipment for that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, one thing that people have told me that I haven't done that I could actually see a benefit more for what you're doing, actually would be beneficial for me too. It's like have a script and kind of know what you're like gonna say, before going into it. So if you have a script already ready, then you can, kind of just read that over instead of like, this thing, shit. Not that you would do that, but I'm like, I could see talking about something, you just like, oh shit. But if you have either loose talking points or, I don't think a full like script, not like a goddamn movie, but
Yeah. That's why you gotta, delete and do it again.
Yeah, or you can edit, especially if you're just doing a voiceover. That's
easy
yeah,
enough. Yeah. And I got the voice for it, so I just I could talk about the Confederacy a lot here in Texas.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna be probably.
There's some of that there.
The CSA.
Yeah.
The good old CSA boys.
Yeah.
Them Duke boys are at it again.
Mm-hmm. But
just the good old boy.
I don't know if you got anything out of that, but I like talking about cameras.
No, I didn't anything. No. No, you could do the camera, the phone thing, or I could do, the physical camera thing.
I'd say start off with the phone because like you're just gonna have to do it. You could always like if you like, oh, I really want to do your first one at like Dead Man's Hole over there in Marble Falls.
Yeah,
just do it, and then if you want to do a redo later, you can once you get better, you get better equipment or learn more, then just hide that video and then just do a new one.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say like, oh, you're like, oh, I'm burning material. Yeah, just do it. I would say new, and I say that to you as someone who hasn't made a video probably a year or so for the channel, but eventually I want to do it. This work has been just fucking me in my ass,
as they say.
Yeah. What do you say when you bring it in for a landing here or what?
Let's do a touch and go.
Oh, you know what? Actually,
let's act like we're gonna land and not.
Yeah, and just get out of there. All right. So, thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. This is a fun one. So, we talked about music, right? But we also talked about gear, and whether it's guns or cameras or EDC. We're on it.
Yeah,
we do other things. All right. We're a man with many interests.
There's a guitar show out here in a couple months. You should come out, right?
Yeah.
You and Johnny.
When
we'll
is
treat
it?
it like NAMM. Well, I don't remember. I'll look it up again.
But yeah,
fucking show up, fuck them up, dude.
Yeah,
and we'll show up to a booth, and it's actually like a guitar fair type thing. So you sell your shit, So it's like you walk up, tell them their guitars are trash.
Oh, and then that's a good way to use your vlog, style or flex that muscle.
Yeah,
I could do it, but it's like, hey,
we could all do it.
Yeah, we all could. Oh, Johnny's got his GoPro too.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
But he's got to wear it like that dude who gets all excited for trains.
Yeah.
You see his freaking eyeballs look like a goldfish and his nose and his...
Yeah. No, I could see that happening. Work was, definitely busy, stressful the past couple months or so, but got through it and should have not easy street, but a lot less of a time crunch for certain things. Then maybe I could take some time off for sure. Taking that time off for NAMM that was ill-advised.
Yeah,
I should have not, but it was like, fuck it, I gotta go. My boy's coming down, huh?
Yeah,
so, yeah, you gotta be.
Sorry,
there
I fucked you up.
No, I gotta do it for the kid,
I fucked myself up too for work.
Yeah, but we had to, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, so all that aside, just want to say thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. We appreciate you. We love you for it. And if you're, like the show, you can help, follow along. If you like the show, you can follow along on social media. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. Links in the description. And if you, want to leave us a review, a rating on iTunes, or actually Apple Podcasts and Spotify. That's not iTunes anymore. Old school Brian. Get with the times, man. Leave us a review. Hopefully 5 stars on both of those platforms over there. And I think on Spotify you can leave comments on episodes. I'm not sure if you can do that for ours. But hey, interact with us. Slide into the DMs. Get after it. And if you really like the show, if you want to support us, you can help us by getting on that Patreon. Patreon.com/theToneJerks. Posting bonus episodes every week over there. And if we miss a week here on the main, we don't miss it on the page. So you have bonus episodes. So they're not just these episodes early or these episodes as well. They're completely different episodes. It's actually kind of a different show on Patreon. So it's fun. I actually I like doing that one more. Not that this one's bad or different. It's just like sometimes it's a little bit more fun over there on, Patreon behind the paywall. So go check it out for $2 a month. But just for $1 a month, we'll still give you
have fun. Yeah, we still have fun, right?
Over here still. I'm just saying.
Boys can't have fun anymore.
Yeah, can't have fun anymore.
Yeah.
So, but just for the support for everyone on Patreon, we wanted to give you all a huge shout out, a sizable acknowledgement. Kyle, you got a list over there?
Got it right here.
Why don't you give it to?
I have Andrew Walsh from Andrew's Alcove and Red 4, his synth project. I got Abe Newman, Michael Newman, Nicholas Payson, Nicholas Ogburn. Excuse me. Doug King, Doug Chris from 37 Effects, Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and also the Just Surprise Me podcast. I got Joe from the Like Mind Network, Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and also the Just Surprise Me podcast. I got Will Lehue from the Just Surprise Me podcast, Energy Weapon, his synth project, Sharing Maps, Our Chainsaw Cabal. He's doing a lot of stuff. That guy's very busy.
Oh, yeah.
Tony DeGraw from Texas State Boggle Champs, Telly Talks. We got RJ Smith from Televised Neon. Also, Jamie Davis, Johnny Ray, Steve Rao from 60 Cycle Hum, Kevin Equits from Equits Guitars, Co Schneider from the band Night Tides, Alvaro Viramontes, Brian Nutter of Nutter Guitars, Mel Chipson of Chipson Guitars, Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop, Sean Fahey from the band Shadowhounds, Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects, and also How to Fucking Solder on YouTube. Don't slow me down. I'm on a fucking roll.
See, a lot of people are doing videos on YouTube YouTube channels. I'd say, get after it. Get this, Confederate channel going.
Yeah, shit. All right now.
Yeah, you changed the free song. Because it's Confederate, it would be not free. Boom, got him.
Yeah. I want you not free. That's what I thought you were talking about. That's not good. Juan Ortiz from Tone Hungry Effects. Mike Oxbig. Denny Whacked It.
Oh, yeah.
Zach Hale. Eric Merrill from YouTube, Instagram, the Movie Podium Podcast. Dude's busy, too. We got Scott Hamilton from the Effects Loop Podcast. And Matthew Fenslaw, Matthew Davis, Chase Stevens, and Pete from Over There.
Oh, yeah. We will see you next
This week. Is Shada.
We'll see you next week. I think we're on target again. So, boy.
Bye.